You're boss at Recruitment and you're going alone. You've got your LinkedIn account and your mobile phone. You've got the candidates playing hard to get, where they'll call you next week or a no, not yet. So much time of going to and fro. You got another offer or salary's too low. Hours of searching and hours of stress. Come on candidates, just gig it a rest. Just jig it a rest.
Here he is. Oh, I've got my glass on my head still.
Are we on? We look like we're recording, don't we? That looks all good.
How are we doing?
Yes, very
Welcome
good.
back to another episode of Recruitment's most informative podcast.
You've done it, have you? You've gone for it early doors.
That's it. We're done. We're finished.
Next week.
Yeah.
When you said welcome back, I thought you were going to be like welcoming yourself back.
Welcome back to here.
Yeah.
We've not been here for ages.
Nah, I can't remember the last time we were here. To be fair, long time ago. You okay?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ill, but surviving. Yeah,
Well,
mate.
what have you got now?
I keep getting
What's the next excuse? Go on, hit me.
Well, no, just like sore throat and snotty.
Okay, where's that come from?
Don't know. Run down maybe.
All this eating out.
Yeah, probably eating out. Cricket. As well, probably. I reckon it's.
Or
just
you're
a bit
lining
of
one
like-
up for next week. Is that?
Well, I'm off half next week already.
Mate.
Although Monday, Tuesday, I think I'm ill actually.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to going away?
Do you know what? I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there. Like yesterday
warming
evening.
up to it, are you?
Yeah, yesterday evening I was a bit like, I had to book the parking for the airport, and I was like, actually, yeah, it's getting a bit real. Like, it's getting a bit. Obviously, I was in charge of booking the parking for the airport.
Have you done
Honey, mate? The honey chromie says unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it got you a decent.
Oh yeah, discount.
Did it?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
£22 discount.
That's not bad.
It was split. Yeah. It was £88 in total.
Minus
Split between four. It's fantastic.
minus.
We were like, do we get taxis or we park? 100% park.
88 quid for four of you. 20 quid ahead. Where are you going from?
Stansted.
Okay.
That's why it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Bit of a trek for you.
Because who goes to 40
Stansted
minutes?
used to be close to me, honestly. That used to be the one.
Yeah. Well, mind you, like from me, it's 40 minutes.
That's not too bad.
No, so actually, like for airports wise,
Yeah.
I live in a good spot.
I don't even know where you're. Yeah, you do actually.
Luton, 20 minutes. 25.
Yeah. Heathrow can't be far.
Heathrow, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The stinker's Gatwick. They don't.
Oh, is it?
Although if you go Gatwick, I love Gatwick. Gatwick.
Last week it was primary schools. This week
Thames Link.
straight through to
Train it.
fair.
There you
There
are.
you go. Best thing about living in Hemel Hempstead, connection to the airports. I don't even know where you're going.
Oh, house price in Hemel just went up.
Zoopla, just like the data analyst at Zoopla was just like, is it Zoopla?
Yeah, Zoopla.
He just watched the prices rocket. So we got a spike in Hemel. No clue why. Where are you going? Actually, Italy, right?
Italy, yeah.
Well, I don't know where in Italy.
It's a bit random, really. Lake Trasimeno.
Oh, right.
It's a big lake in Italy near.
Right.
I can't remember what city it's near. I don't even know what airport we're flying to.
Right.
I know the abbreviation is PEG, PEG,
Right.
Perugia or something.
Perugia. Perugia is where Dan got married.
Oh, is it? Is it Perugia?
Yeah. If it's Perugia,
how do you spell that? Is it
slap bang in the middle? Perugia. I'm going to say something like that.
That might be where I'm flying to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perugia. Yeah, it does make sense. Perugia.
Perugia. You called it Peg. Peg Airport.
Yeah. Well, it is this PEG.
Where are you flying to? Peg. Oh, what you mean on the
airport initial. Yeah, the airport's known as PEG.
I thought you just like abbreviated.
Peg something.
I thought you saw Perugia and just went, Peg will do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like wine region.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got a wine tour.
Yeah.
We've got a wine tour booked on the Thursday.
Where is it?
So we go Wednesday, wine tour Thursday.
Yeah.
We're a bit south. We're like an hour from
Perugia,
I think.
Right.
So we've got hire cars.
Yeah.
Little Fiat 500.
Yeah.
No, it's not really. It is a Fiat though. Fiat Picanto.
Yeah.
Punto.
I
One of
don't
those.
know.
Small Fiat.
Small Fiat.
Yeah, golf. We're playing golf on the Friday.
Yeah.
They snuck that one.
Nice.
They did.
Who's they? The girls?
No, yeah. Harry and Stu. They went, Sturgis, book golf, mate. I was like, right, okay.
Harry's made appearances now twice too.
Yeah,
so we've got
yeah.
to stop that.
And then, just a bit of sightseeing. I think it's quite chill because it's only 5 nights.
Right.
I go Wednesday morning,
Mm.
start coming back Monday morning.
Okay.
So I arrive back at lunchtime.
So be on the tools Monday afternoon then. Back on.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to squeeze in a pod that day. Well, one of those days.
I'll meet you at the airport. We'll do do one in the car. Do you know what? Talking about wineries in Italy, I've got an embarrassing story of when I say embarrassing, but it's not that embarrassing. I've got a story from when I. Do you know this one?
Mm.
No, I don't know.
I told you I pretend I don't know him anyway.
Oh, but you do know this one.
I don't know.
I was going to say I don't think you know this one. We went to Dan's wedding. I obviously drove out there.
Yeah.
So I drove out there on my Todd. Yeah, this is funny. When
Any story where you go, yeah, this is funny.
Dan asked me when I was driving out there to take limoncello.
Yeah.
And he had fucking boxes and boxes of limoncello.
Right.
And I was like, dude, you do know, like, limoncello is from Italy. I'm like, you're asking me to smuggle an Italian drink into Italy. And he looked at me being like, yeah, but mate, you can't beat those Costco prices, man.
Advocate for Costco.
Yeah, so he'd been to Costco, cleared them out of limoncello. So I ended up driving through with like the table placements and signs, and like my car was full of stuff basically.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a car there, and then me and Lewis were sharing a room in a hotel, and we'd gone up to where the kind of bridal party was staying. They had this really nice like selection of houses that was on a winery. Anyway, me and Lewis were looking because we had a free day the next day.
Nice.
And people were like, what are you doing tomorrow? Because we weren't actually part of the bridal party. And we were like, oh, we're thinking about going to a winery. And Dan's dad, his ears pricked up, and he was like, oh, you're going to winery? He was like, I like a bit of wine tasting. So anyway, next thing...
I like a bit of winery.
Yeah, he was. And the next thing, basically, you've got me, Lewis, and Dan's parents booked in for the winery the next day, right? So I was like, I'll pick you up. I've obviously got to drive. So I'm driving, right? So I'm not drinking. I had a couple of sips or whatever. So I've then picked them up with Lewis the next day, and we're going into the winery, and like the entrance into the winery was uphill, but it was like a gravel path.
Right.
And I'm okay in my car, right? But I've stalled it on the gravel, right? I've stalled it on the gravel hill. So the car's obviously then started like, I'll tell you why I've stalled it. Because as we're driving, it's a one-way path into the winery. As we're driving in, there's a car coming out.
Right, okay.
So I'm like, okay, we've got to have to do something here. So I kind of stopped. I've stalled on the hill. We're kind of like sliding down the hill a little bit. And the car in front of me is on a flat. So it's like, you come up, we'll sit here, we'll come up. Anyway, right, go to start it. Go to start it. Like, I've got Dan's parents in the back of the car. I must have stalled it like 4 or 5 times. I just couldn't. I was just trying to be really careful. And in the end, Dan's dad went, fucking put your foot down. And I put my foot down. The fucking gravel spinning, like was shot into the winery, like parked up, gone. Anyway, get back to the villa that they will stand at later. They were like, how's the winery? Like, yeah, great. They were like, anything happen? Long story short, the people in the car were part of the bridal party. They were like Hannah's cousins from Australia. So the people watching me stall trying to get up the hill were Hannah's cousins. So by the time we got back, everyone had
was everyone
heard
at the winery before you, or they just
they'd just gone. Dan's cousins had just gone Hannah's cousins had gone as a 4. Yeah. Everyone else was back there. And I get back there in the evening, and they were like, how's the winery? I was like, yeah, fine, why? You know, when people are asking, they're like, anything?
How's the gravel?
Anything to report? Yeah. A little bit like that. How was the gravel?
A bit skiddy out there, wasn't it?
But Dan was cracking up when I was like, your dad just screamed at me. He was like, put your fucking foot down. After about the 5th time. I was like, all right, see ya.
That's funny.
But yeah, you'll have a good holiday, mate.
Yeah.
With your good connections to...
good connections.
Yeah, good connections to the airport.
Right.
Talking about connections, we got trouble connections on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Shrimpers.
Oh, is this? Did I say this the other day?
You're coming as well, aren't you? You've got a ticket.
Yeah.
Coming to the final.
What's the trouble?
Wembley Parkway's closed.
Oh, that doesn't affect me.
Isn't that the big tube station from Wembley, at the bottom of Wembley Way?
Just go from Watford to Wembley Central.
Well, do you want to...
And then walk.
What are you doing? Are you going to the game, or are you coming for the full Shrimpers experience?
Probably full shrimpers.
Oh, okay. So the full shrimpers experience starts at 10 a.m. in the Weatherspoons
Where?
on a Sunday morning in Baker Street. They're getting to Baker Street.
I'll come find you at some point. When you get near the stadium?
I don't know. So you're not coming for the full shrimpers experience. You're not coming for
probably not.
10 a.m. beers and Weatherspoons breakfast. They're super excited.
Really?
Oh yeah, by the sound of
I
things.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super excited. My mum texted me this week. She's like, if I hear one more fucking thing about Southend United, I'm just going
I'll have to start learning the songs. I
I
love a day at Wembley.
Do you? I've not been in ages. I can't remember last time I went to Wembley.
Well, being a Watford fan, we
go there all the time, didn't you? You went there on crutches, didn't you? Was that last time you went Wembley?
Yeah, last time I went, FA Cup final against Man City and we lost 6-1 or 6-0.
Yeah, I don't think
the time before that was amazing though.
Don't think
2-0 down to Wolves and we won 3-2 in extra time.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that game.
Delafeu.
You've had some good ones. The one in the playoff final, the one in the playoff semis is always huge as well. Yeah, that's massive. Yeah, that was a huge moment. But have we been together to watch a game at Wembley?
At Wembley?
Don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No.
I found it funny when because I know that I'd floated it to you if you fancied it, and then Sam texted me being like, "I saw my brother last weekend," and he was like, "Oh yeah, Andy's coming. I paid for his ticket, or he's giving me money for his ticket." So that'd be a good day out.
And you say you found that funny because you asked, and I was like, I don't know, and he.
No, I just think it's funny you're coming.
Oh,
right,
you're
just coming to a Southend United game, like.
Yeah, you asked, and then you were like, "I'll get back to you with like cost and time," and Sam just came to me with cost and time, and I was like, "Wicked, thanks."
Oh, there you go. I came back to you with cost and time.
Sam did.
I told Sam.
No, you did.
I delegated.
Yeah.
I said, Sam, I need to get back to Andy with costs and time.
So you're going Baker Street at 10 a.m.
That's
what. Are you coming in from this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to get to Baker Street, straight to Marylebone, and walk from there.
So then what are you doing? Going to getting to Euston and going Wembley Central?
Nah, you can, from Marylebone, it's an 8-minute overground to Wembley, not Central, Wembley Station, overground station. Like National Rail.
Fine.
We won't get the tube. We'll just get the overground.
Yeah,
it's like one stop.
Which would be my... Oh, maybe I will meet you at Baker. I'll see what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, let me know.
Maybe not 10 a.m. though. Bloody hell.
I know. We got...
I can't be doing that another day on the beers like that.
My mum said Phil's been on the phone. Like, you know what Phil's like. Big Southend United fan.
Yeah.
Mum said he's been on the phone to Steve every day while they've been in Scotland, being like, this is the plan. This is where we're meeting.
Really?
This tube station is not where... Yeah. The logistics. And that's when my mum was like, if I hear it again, I'm like... But we've got a big day out on a Saturday, so it's that might scupper us a bit.
Oh, you'll be fine. Oh, because we're cycling.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine. If you work off, you can have the calories the next day then.
Right. Yeah, but they're different calories, aren't they?
Yeah.
I just smashing pints.
We've got a 200k cycle to do,
and
we're going to fly around really fast.
Yeah. Okay. It's gone back to the world of me just hanging onto your back tyre, which is fine by me.
Yeah. But there'll be other cyclists as well. I reckon we'll average 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my goal.
The goal for the day is 17. All right. How much elevation is there?
Not much. 6,000 feet, I think.
Right.
Over that distance is...
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's about what you did last time, I think.
There's only 2 food stops as well.
They're just cafe stops.
Yeah, the cafes based on email, and the last one is 83 kilometres. You'll have to have a look later. It's boring chat.
I can tell you why. It's because it's done like an Audax style event, so you get a card and you have to get stamps.
Right.
And that stamp is the furthest point. So if you get that stamp,
then
it's basically get back. You've done it.
Yeah, but
don't
you want another cafe stop?
Yeah, but we can stop.
Yeah.
We can find cafes and stuff.
Right, okay. You have to free
stuff. We've only paid 14 quid for the event, so...
Right. 40?
14.
Was that what it was? All right, I can't remember.
Yes.
I think I nearly paid 60 because I almost got the hat and the jersey. Like,
yeah.
You were like, this is a cheap event. I was like, yeah, it's coming up at 60 quid. And you were like, that's because you got the hat and the...
Yeah, you were going to
I would have had the full kit.
Yeah.
Full cycling globber.
Yeah, so you have to take a lot of food. And stop and buy stuff.
Bag of nuts. I'll pack a bag of nuts.
I might even put a little bag on my top tube.
Oh, one of those. Yeah. We've got one of those knocking about.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not a little one. It's like a fairly big one.
Yeah, something like that might be good.
Yeah, okay. Weather's looking good for it as well, which is good. Last week, we said that we would... we left it last...
I know what you're going to say. I think we should leave it.
What, you don't want to talk about biting your teacher?
No. So we had enough school chat last week, I reckon. It's not that exciting.
Okay.
Unless people really...
Well, there goes the next 10 minutes in my mind.
Yeah, no, I think, I just bit my teacher.
Fine. Move on. How was your weekend?
Good. I went down to Bournemouth.
Oh, of course I do.
I went down to Bournemouth.
Granny.
See Granny Seaside.
Yeah. She all right?
Yeah, she was good, mate. It's quite chilled. I just, when it's like visiting grandparents. Like you go down there and you get loads of jobs to do. So cleaning the caravan.
Caravan?
She has a caravan.
I never knew that.
Oh, it's lived out the left side of her house for a year. Her and Granddad used to do loads of travelling.
Right.
Across Europe and all that in the caravan. So it's like very sentimental.
Okay.
So now it's just storage unit, but it gets really dirty. So she's like, "Oh, can you?" I cleaned it once, and now every time I see her, she's like, "Can you clean the caravan?"
Okay.
But when she's not around anymore, it was going to be scrapped.
Right.
There's no way
this game.
You can't. It's so old.
Is it?
Must be 40 years old.
It's got no chance of revival.
Value. Nah, I don't. Nah. Well, unless you give it to, I don't know, homeless person, and they're like,
yeah.
But I don't think so. I guess you have to get them MOT'd and stuff, do you?
I actually don't know.
I thought so.
What MOT a caravan?
Well, there must be some safety. No, I don't know. God knows.
You just love safety and process.
Well, the tyres and stuff, yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah,
I don't think there's a caravan police, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I've been wrong in the past.
But yeah, it was really good. Went out for dinner again. Saw my auntie and uncle. We went to a little. Nice. I'll tell you what, I'd really recommend. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
It's this is not going to be great for listeners, but if you go the road, Grand's Road that goes into the village before you hit that roundabout.
Yeah.
Got Costa on the left,
going into Broadstone.
Yeah. There's a restaurant on the right.
Right.
Before you hit the roundabout.
I know the one.
Like white.
Opposite side of the road. Opposite side.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Near the swimming pool. That side.
Yeah, but
the next road across, it's the road in between the Costa and the swimming pool.
We got there.
We didn't get there. I was there the whole time. I knew exactly where you were. So did you walk down there?
Yeah.
Didn't have to go far.
So, but
what did they do?
Oh, mate, the menu was just, when you open it. Oh no, this is so sad. I opened the menu and I was like, oh my God, I can't choose. There's so many, I wanted everything. Wow. Lucy had a chicken burger. I had Moles frites or whatever it is.
What? Moles frites?
Mussels.
Oh, right.
Like big jug of mussels.
Why did you call it Moles frites?
That's what it's called.
Is it?
Yeah, Moles frites.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what's that? Like sea chips or something?
It's mussels and chips.
Ah, so the balls is the mussels.
Yeah.
Right?
No. The frites is the mussels. Yeah.
Oh dear. That's the last time I ordered frites in. See my French with the old frites. I was fucking
starter. Shared a camembert.
Right.
Or banging.
What with the old dipping bread?
Yeah.
Right.
Loved
Between
it.
how many?
2.
You and Luz?
Yeah, because Grant doesn't. I walked to the restaurant going, I'm not going to eat much because I've eaten out so much. And then I had to. And then.
Had a whole camembert and Moles frites.
Yeah.
Moles frites is a weird choice, actually. Is that a common thing?
I like mussels.
Yeah, no, fine. But I didn't know I didn't know that mussels and chips was a dish. Like you go burgers and fries.
Yeah, but it's recommended extra bread. I would 100% binned off the chips and just dip
had
in
the
bread.
Moles. Why did you not say Moles?
Hold the frites. Moles, please. You want the moles to frites or whatever it is? No. Moles. I think it's like that.
S'il vous plaît as well. You could have chucked a s'il vous plaît.
Yeah. And then the next day I took Lucy cycling.
Hang on, just quickly. Did you have any dessert?
No.
No tiramisu?
No, I had that the next day.
No tiramisu all weekend?
I had that the next day.
Oh, right, okay, fine. Right, we can come on to that then. Took Lucy cycling?
Yeah.
How was that? You got a big smile on your face.
It was fun. It was good.
What bike did she go on?
So we had my old bike that I had in year 6. When I was dating Becky West.
Before or after you dumped her on MSN?
Oh dear. Yeah, so I was on my like.
So that was Becky West's bike. Lucy went cycling on Becky West's bike.
Year 6 mountain bike, and then borrowed Mum's mountain bike.
So you went on 2 mountain bikes?
Yeah, me and Lucy went. Yeah, we went mountain biking basically.
Oh right, so there was no Alan, there was no
lycra,
no lycra. What'd you wear? Naked,
just shorts.
Wow, but that felt weird for you.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was good though. It was really nice. It was like we were. Yeah, it was good. And then I think the last Lucy said I don't think I'd eaten much.
Right,
like enough.
Oh, okay.
You know how like cycling you bonk.
Yeah. We've all been there. Don't worry, Lucy.
We got to that. It was probably like the last 5 miles. It was quite windy as well.
Right.
And they're kind of like up on the heath coming back into the wind, so it's raised. And
where did you go?
The heath.
Well, I don't know where the heath is.
We did do you know the trailway?
Yeah.
We did the trailway to Upton, crossed Paul, met her friend.
Okay. You met a mate?
One of her friends. And the day before we went walking with a couple.
Oh, right.
Who are friends, because she went to uni down there. And went then along Bournemouth.
What, she went Bournemouth Uni?
Yeah.
Right.
Then along, like to Sandbanks, along the seafront to the Bournemouth Pier, and then kind of like back up.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What did she study? You don't know, do you?
It's
fashion.
Yeah, fashion, textiles, art and design. That
you didn't have a clue, did you then?
No, I did. I was just trying to get the exact phrase, and I don't think we've still nailed it. But
Malls Frites.
Malls, yeah.
Oh, that was good. How long were you out for?
2.5 hours, 22 miles, 22 miles, something like that.
Nice.
It was good.
So it was sour grapes when she got hungry, was
the last 4 miles, I think it was a bit. I think it was hitting home.
Sour grapes.
She was considerably like slower.
Right. Okay.
And then you know what it's like. You know when I kind of. I'll start going back and forth, and she's like, "Oh, just go on without me if you want." Like, and I was no.
Did you get off and throw it on the floor?
No. And then we stopped. We stopped outside a shop, and I was like, "Oh, should we get you something to eat?" And she's like, "No, we're nearly back now." And I was like, "All right, okay."
Right, okay. So, how close were you? You was at the Costa down the road.
3 miles away.
You nip back into the restaurant again.
3 miles is still away. But yeah, no, it's good. Cycled up the drive.
Did she?
Yeah.
Very well played.
Yeah.
Was Granny watching?
Yeah.
Granny loves that, doesn't she?
Know.
She loves coming out. So the driveway, for anyone, this is such a conversation that probably a lot of people are going to struggle to stay
we should probably start tailoring this back more to recruitment. I don't think so. I think we're getting further and further away.
I think we should. No, I thought you were going to say the opposite. I thought we should take some of the listeners to Granny Seasides. I thought that's where you were going to take.
Oh, she'd love that.
What? All down to Granny.
Down to Granny Seasides. Apple pie,
clearing the caravan.
Yeah,
tiramisu all round.
She's got a really nice really nice sized garden.
Yeah.
Like flowers, tree. It's really it's not your simplistic garden. It's got like layers to it. Right.
It's got different levels, isn't it?
As the family, we play a game. We've all got a stone.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know this game?
Yeah, I've found some of the stones.
We've all got a stone and we've drawn our name on it, or some of them have actually done some art.
Yeah.
And you have to hide it in the garden. And you go around there, and if you find someone else's stone, you have to pick up and re-hide it.
I didn't know that was the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
I've seen the stones there,
but we've actually only got 3 stones there now.
Right, okay.
We can't find any of the others.
Lost it. But how many would you have? You wouldn't have had that many more, would you?
Pete, Debbie, and Zach are involved. So it's 7, 8 stones.
Right. Okay. Fine. But yeah, just for context, with Granny Seaside's drive, it is really steep. It's like it's like Everest getting up that drive. She has a walking stick, doesn't she, to get her down it, and then she bins it off, puts it in the bush.
She hides it in the bush. she's like, "Oh, we need a walking stick." Gets onto the street. Like, nope, I don't need a walking stick. Yeah.
She goes, she's incredible though, mate. Like, I hope that I'm like Granny Seaside. How old is she now? 96?
94.
94.
90.
Okay.
95 in September.
That's massive, isn't it? It's huge. We do talk a lot about elderly people on here. Elderly people is a common theme.
We love it. That was one of our best performing pods.
What, hacking grandma's hearing aids? Did you hack her hearing aids this weekend?
No.
You left her
I didn't, yeah.
Fine. So tiramisu was Sunday, was it?
Yes.
How much do you have?
At least half.
I don't know when you put the calories, man.
Well, you know. I don't know why. The way you said man as well.
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know where I put the calories.
You've had a whole Moore's frites and a tiramisu.
Yeah.
Mad. Yeah, you go through it. Because I think if I ate the amount of calories that you do, I eat like, now we're going to talk about what I eat, but I eat a lot of food, like quantity wise, but I don't smash, like, you seem to be able to smash half a tiramisu and it just washes off.
Yeah, I've definitely put on a bit of like...
Oh, have you?
Extra,
Oh, so it does impact you?
It's starting to, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the... Yeah. You're right. It's not affecting my weight, but like my body fat percentage is like... It's not dropping. It's not dropping. About 14% at the moment.
How do you do? Well, you've got special scales for that.
Yeah, which probably aren't overly accurate.
Yeah,
but if I'm on a
constant, right?
Yeah.
They give you a constant.
Yeah.
Talking about bodies.
Bodies?
Yeah.
Where's this going?
We're talking about your body, aren't we? We're talking about your fat percentage.
Yeah.
I had a run-in with a body yesterday.
Right.
You know this story.
A body?
Yeah.
Go on.
Why would I have had a run-in with a body yesterday?
A run-in with a body?
A run-in with a body, yeah.
Work-related?
Yeah. I could see the cogs whirling away. Tick,
this is...
tick, tock. The geezer that come onto the...
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, God, I'll do that. Yeah. Go on.
Geezer came on...
Who was this?
Huh? I'm not going to say his name.
Oh, right.
He's a recruiter.
Right, okay. Is he in England?
Huh?
Is he based in England?
Yeah, based in Potter's Bar.
Really?
North London.
Oh, do you know what? I was like, I must be like Australian or something.
Nah, he looked Australian.
So he turned up on a pod. I don't know how much detail you want to go.
Pod.
A
demo
Teams call, a demo. With no top on.
No shirt on. And he was very aware he was on camera. So he was late for the call. I was sat on the call. It got to like 7 minutes past. And I just pinged him a message on LinkedIn, just being like, don't know if you're still available for the call. I logged in at 12. If you need to reschedule, let me know. To which he then, like, the Teams thing went off pretty quick to be like, he's in the lobby. Pinged it open. And first of all, I'm just staring at a room.
Really?
He's not even there. So I was just staring at a room and he was like, give me a minute, mate. Like, I'll be with you in a second. So I was like, no worries. Now,
just put some pants on.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see his below half, so he could have been Starkers.
Yeah.
He could have been.
Well, he might be like, that might be his thing. Nudist recruiter.
Nudist recruitment. Yeah. Nudist. Well, do you know what? If you think about a stereotypical old school recruiter, you think like short hair, tie, suited and booted. He was polar opposite. Long hair, beard, naked. As far as I'm aware. But the other thing was his LinkedIn profile, he's got skinhead.
Right.
So I was expecting a geezer with a skinhead to turn up, and he looked pretty dapper in his LinkedIn photo. Geezer with shoulder length hair, beard, no clothes on, turned up. And it did take me a second to be like, huh? And I said to him,
it's weird as well in the UK. Like if it was like Aussie, it's a bit more, do you know, like hot and like they all have their tops off, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You get off the plane at Australia, there's just no t-shirts to be seen anywhere. I know what you mean. But I actually think in Australia they probably would still put a shirt on.
Oh, 100%.
Before they got on a call.
100%. Go on.
I don't think they would. But you know what? There was a little part of me that like respected it.
Really?
Yeah, there was a little part of me
just if that's what you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave zero fucks. Like literally he gave zero fucks. He was a construction recruiter running his own business, and there was a small part of me that was like
respected it.
And
that
I was
is
like,
funny, isn't it?
Fair play.
I get it. But just don't put your camera on.
Yeah, well, I always go into calls with my camera off.
I do as well.
For the off chance. But the bit that did get me is he then started having his lunch.
Yeah.
And that was the bit that got me a little bit. I was like, well, fair enough, you've got no clothes on. But
yeah,
if you could just save your lunch till after.
Yeah.
I don't know why the lunch got me. The lunch got me more than the skin.
Right.
Like, I was less worried about naked man, more worried about him.
He's going. So have you got any like automation in there?
Yeah, it was a bit like that. Yeah, he was tucking into his sausage, and I was
getting an eyeful of his sausage.
So, till this day, I think that is the weirdest team squad I've joined.
Right.
There's part of me that wanted to message him and be like, dude, can I like put this on social because it's fucking fantastic? Like,
yeah.
And then I got on the call after, and I literally jumped from one demo to the next. I went from him to two girls, and they were
both wearing woolly coats or something.
Also topless. I got on the call. I said to him, I was like, I've got to tell you. I was like, I'm really sorry. I've got to tell you about what I've just seen on this last call. I've seen the weirdest thing. And one of the girls was like, well, we could be weirder. I was like, well, I'd hold that thought until you hear what I've got to say, love. And then after I told her, she was like, yeah, no, we're not going to get that weird. I was like, no, please don't think. I then got myself into a little bit of a hole that I needed to climb out of.
Started sweating.
Yeah, I was like, no, because that I wasn't suggesting that we start this call. That wasn't me testing the water to be like, who fancies it? So they're probably not going to sign up.
They're having the same conversation today, being like, this demo we did, this guy was trying to get her tops off.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, I thought, like I say, there's a little part of me that did kind of respect him. I was like, you go, naked man. Have you ever seen, my brain just pinged. Have you ever seen, what's it called? How I Met Your Mother?
Little bit.
Have you ever seen an episode of that with the naked man?
No.
That's fantastic. No. It's where they're like they're lads and they're talking about how like techniques to seduce women. What a way to phrase it is what they're kind of talking about.
Right, okay.
And one of them has this thing called the naked man.
Right.
And he's like, when they leave the room, you just get completely naked.
Oh, and this does ring a bell.
And when they come back, you're just there, sat on the sofa, completely starkers.
This maybe I have seen it. Yeah, maybe I have seen it.
And it works 75% of the time.
Does it ever work for you?
I've never tried it. I'll give it a go.
I'll try it. I've got to try it before next Thursday.
Why?
No. Because I've got to hear it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you actually gonna?
Yeah, go on.
Don't bottle it.
So I've got to...
She leaves the room, comes back, you're just naked. It's not complicated.
Can it be in any scenario? Can we be like... if she goes to the toilet midway through dinner, can I get naked?
Yeah.
Whilst I'm still eating dinner?
Yeah.
So try and make it weird like that.
Anything you want.
Right, okay.
Be as creative as you fancy.
What would be the weirdest?
Even if you want to, while you're waiting for your portion of Moore's frites to come out, and she nips the...
Yeah. Hold the freeze.
I tell you what would be weird, if you've cooked bangers and mash, and when she comes back, you've lined yours up next to...
That got weird.
You gave me a face that you wanted to laugh at it.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't work unless we had chipolatas. Chipolatas and mash.
I'll tell you what, I've got a brilliant image in my head of you being like, Luke, do you fancy chipolatas and mash for tea? She's like, should we just have sausages? Nah.
Yeah.
I've got a hankering for chipolatas.
Chipolata.
Oh, there you go. Podcast episode title, Chipolatas and Mash. Oh, very good. But are you actually going to try it?
Yeah, I will.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
And see how you get on.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Do you know what, though? Like, when that happened...
And what's supposed to happen? Just...
Well, you engage in sexual intercourse.
Right, yeah. Oh, I'll avoid that then.
I don't think it's a sign for, like, busting out Catan or something.
Right, yeah.
It's not
I'm glad I checked that, because you'd have gone, oh, so then what happened? I'll be like, oh, we played Catan.
Yeah, she came in.
Oh, we then did the washing up.
She came in, saw me naked, and whipped out the Dungeons and Dragons set. Bang. Dragon Master. But I was going to say, when that story happened to me yesterday, and I'm like, I'm going to tell that on the pod, there's a part of me that's like, I bet people think I'm just fucking making shit up now.
No, I saw the screenshot. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, there is a part of me that's like, it sounds like I made that up, I feel. Geezer, the naked man. Oh, that could be the podcast episode, The Naked Man. Although, actually, if we call this one Chipolatas and Mash, you next week can be The Naked Man, where you reveal.
Yeah, right.
And don't do what you've done this week.
What's that?
Don't come and be like, oh, we had enough. Like this week, you've come and said no more.
Oh, right, okay.
Chat. Next week,
a bit of my teacher.
You could do it after the cycle.
Oh, no, you don't do that. That is chipolata. You're sitting on the saddle for 8 hours.
She's seen that as well, to be fair, hasn't she? What was her response when she saw your cycling penis?
Oh.
As a bloke. To be fair, when we went on, we did that cycle in minus temperatures, minus degrees, when my leg hairs froze. And I came back from that one and was so cold. And obviously, like you say, even in the heat of summer, your manhood, your manhood,
the old saddle smashing the gooch.
Yeah,
doesn't do your confidence to you.
Nah, you're not going to want to do a 100-mile cycle, then get on stage and do Magic Mike. It's not. They don't.
Your legs will look nice and veiny, but.
So Magic Mike, what was my brain going? Oh yeah, so after that frozen cycle, Sarah saw my manhood, and she just burst into she was wetting herself, and she was fucking.
It's so funny that we're talking about this on the pod.
Why? It happens to the best of us. It's a natural thing. When you said a second ago, should we try and steer the conversation back to recruitment?
We've gone further and further away.
But she literally wet herself, and I was cold, I was hungry, I just didn't want my little penis to be laughed at. You know, when you're just like, it's the last thing I want. And she just wet herself. I'm like, go away, leave me alone. Oh dear. After cycling, Willie, should we fancy another cuppa?
Yeah. Right, I'll pause, yeah.
Come on, candidates, just jig it around.
No, what are we back on? Yeah. Do you know what? Going downstairs made me realise I've not told you something that happened to us here last weekend.
Right. I've not asked you what you've done over the weekend.
That's
either.
fine. Doesn't mean it's not. I've not got crazy stories, so it's not too bad. But my brother, the firefighter, set fire to our decking last weekend.
Oh, badly.
I can show you after. Yeah, we got a hole in our decking now.
Like a barbecue on top of it.
Yeah.
And then it actually caught on fire or just slowly singed it?
You know, you get those, you get the portable barbecues or the temporary, whatever they're called, disposable barbecues. We had two of them, and if you read the instructions on them, it says take them out of the cardboard and take them away from any wood, dry grass, leaves. My brother plonked them on the decking in the cardboard, lit them. They warmed up. The cardboard set on fire. Whole thing, like we'd gone out there, and then I moved it all. And then Sarah looked at it and she was like, "I think my decking's on fire." And it set the decking on fire. So by the time we got out there, there's like a hole in the. I'll show it to you. Like, just to make me like.
That is silly
for a firefighter as well.
That is so silly. Samuel Pitkin. That is
his fault.
That is outrageous.
His fault. He's been full named.
For a fireman.
Yeah.
I reckon he just wanted to be called upon. Did he come out? Like, dun, dun, dun.
He got his hose out.
Yeah.
Yeah, response time under... April said that. April shouted at him something like, "You've got response time of under 3 minutes. Go." But it was all good. No, it was a really nice weekend. It was very we had everyone here for barbecues. We, about 2:00, kicked off. Travis's fiance got stuck. She did a me. She called me. She was like halfway between here and Wickham on her bike, and she had a flat tyre.
Oh, right.
So we rescued her, fixed the puncture the next day for her.
Nice.
And cleaned her chain. That's what I sent you.
That's what that bike was. Because obviously I'm not. I don't recognise the bike.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We got a laugh out of that because I was like, I'm just going to text Andy a picture of this chain, no context, like the dirty one and the clean one. Let's see how quick he comes back to me. And you like instantly came back and were like, "That's what we like."
Yeah. Nice.
So that got a good laugh. So yeah, fixed her bike up for her on the Sunday, and she got home and it all stayed together. So happy days. But yeah, everyone came here. We did the barbecue. I burnt the vegan burgers. I did a bit of a tragic job, but that was it. Then played games. We played that game that we played at New Year's. You know, the one where you got the cups and the dice and the cups and the dice and the chopsticks.
I've forgotten what that's called.
Yeah, we did that.
It's called. Is it like a box or something?
I don't know. Sarah's taken it to. She's gone to Hendo, hasn't she? I'll tell you what, organising Hendos, man.
Really?
Oh my god! Have you ever been behind the scenes of organising Hendu?
A little bit.
Lucy
did a little bit, but yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
It's like this is Sarah's second or third in like the last 2. We've only been here 2 years. And she's done 3 hen do's, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just a nightmare.
Well, that's the trouble with. Is she maid of honour?
Yeah.
So that's the trouble with being maid of honour. Like if you nail the first one, you'll get the call up again and again and again. Like you kind of want to do a shit job on the first one, and then
she's good with spreadsheets and organisation.
Right. Yeah.
But what she struggles with is people like the biggest thing I've seen is the differences of opinion. You know, like with blokes, it's like, this is what we're doing. This is what it cost.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, done.
Yeah.
Like every single hen do that Sarah seems to have done, it's always like, oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's too expensive. I want to do a different activity.
Yeah.
And then then she organises everything, does it on a budget, and then it's like, oh, they don't pay.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And it's just like,
I remember her saying
she's
on the last one that she's always out of pocket.
She's always out of pocket.
Yeah.
She come to me the other day. She was like, oh, the sushi making is now going to be an extra £100, so I just pay it out of my own pocket because like I've already told them this is the budget. I was like, if this is a group of lads, you just be like, lads, it's going to be like £8 extra each for fucking a bit of fish. Do you know what I mean? Bit of balls and frites. It's going to cost us £8, right? So like, and people would just chuck in.
Yeah.
So bless her, she's off to Cardiff. And I said, how are you feeling this morning? She was like, nervous. I was like, oh, bless. Just wants it to go well. But no, we played games here, and that was that. Everyone went to bed. Everyone had a nice time. Katie turned up. Katie Riches. She's in the country.
Oh, nice.
So I just texted me being like, Katie's in the country. So I just texted her being like, if you're free. She was down the road in Hadnam. She got the bus up here.
Right, nice.
Yeah, Hadnam's literally like just the next little village down as if you're going towards Tame, like 10 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Down there. So, yeah, that was it. And then on the Sunday, I got behind the scenes at the garden centre.
Nice.
With my brother.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, he's a strimmer and a trimmer, isn't he?
Oh, right. Yeah,
behind
okay.
It's like, it was like one of those, you know, when you, like the zookeeper experience, going to the garden centre
with
him was like behind the scenes gardening experience.
Yeah, right. Nice.
So, yeah, we ran out, and so I've got plants now.
Yeah, garden's looking good.
Yeah.
Have you been watering them?
You're
not needed to.
Rain,
yeah.
Give me a little bit of slack.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of rain this week, so I'm gonna try.
I'll tell you what, mate. If you do a good job, I'll give you an Acer.
I tell you what. Have you seen the plants you give us in the other room?
No, I haven't.
Unbelievable, mate.
Really?
Yeah. You should go in there.
Have you got 2 plants?
Yeah. No.
Just
one
one
plant. Yeah.
Oh, you can have another.
So what
one.
do I have to do then to qualify for an Acer? Like, is there
keep them alive?
Keep what alive?
The plants you've got.
Do Acers live outside?
Yeah.
Why would you?
When they're big enough.
How big are yours at the moment?
I'm waiting to give you a bigger one.
Right. Okay.
I'm not. They're too delicate.
I don't even know.
They're like nursery kids at the moment.
Right. Okay.
They need care and.
Right.
So you're not having one.
Need a nappy change.
But if
have you been giving them out then, but not to me?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's hard.
Yeah. Well, mind you, I gave 2 to your mum, 3 to your mum. She killed all of them.
She's given them away.
She killed them.
She's killed them
in the when the shed kept the heater on.
Do you know what? When she did that,
so I need to give some more to her.
She was so
sad
upset with herself when she'd done that.
Is I grew 40.
Yeah.
My mum killed loads of mine because when I moved out.
Yeah.
But there was basically I collected the seeds in our garden and like you sow them.
The seeds. What do you mean?
So these aces I've grown.
Yeah.
I've grown from the trees in my parents' garden.
Which tree?
The acer trees.
I don't know which acer trees.
There's like a big.
What a question!
There's like a big purple.
What a question that was. Yeah. You should have shot back at me.
There's like a big purple leaf acer tree.
Okay.
Then there's a little green one over near like the fountainy bit.
Right. Okay. I know that one.
And then there's another like greeny purpley one.
Right.
And I just went round and took all the seeds.
Yeah.
Like loads of them.
Yeah.
You sow them in, so you then get a tray of soil if anyone's ever going to do it.
Yeah.
For aces, you need to get the seeds around October, November.
Okay.
You sow the seeds.
You're out there in the winter picking up the seeds.
Picking up seeds, mate. Get them in.
How big are they?
You know, they're like the little. You know, the ones that look like that.
No.
People used to like put on their nose.
Nah.
You don't know what I mean.
Nothing to me.
Oh, I'll show you one.
Show me an acer seed.
So yeah, you put them. You put them all like layer them all in a tray on soil, and then you put a little layer on soil on top.
Yeah.
Keep it wet over winter.
Right.
You can, because you're germinating them, basically germinating them. So you can just put them in the freezer for a few months.
Can you?
So the cold activates them. So I didn't do that, but I put them in the greenhouse, kept them wet, the soil wet for months, and then in March, April, May they start coming out.
It's a long play, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you basically then pick them out and then repot them into separate pots. So I had 40 that I'd done. And then I probably had 8 or 10 green ones and the rest were purpley red.
Right.
So
everyone's nice.
So do I, but everyone wants the green.
Do they?
For some reason. So then I gave all my green away.
Right.
But then I think all the green that I gave away have been killed.
Oh.
So there's no green now. I've got one green.
Oh.
I've got one green,
which
is mine.
What have you called it?
I haven't called it.
It's got to have a name.
Yeah.
The last standing survivor.
Anthony.
What's the geezer on the Green Mile called? You should call it after him.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
the guy that was going to go to the electric chair.
I think there's two. I think there's two alive. I think my sister's got a green one.
Right.
And I've got a green one.
So the sensible adults have blitzed them, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of the...
but I've got about 10 little ones on my balcony at the moment that will go at some point. But.
So you spent a lot of time there doing that and people have just fucked them off, basically. Yeah. Oh, that's the last time. Last time. You should charge them next time.
Mate, they're not cheap, Aces.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're not cheap.
You should charge them. This podcast is brilliant, isn't it?
We're calling them Aces. Yeah.
We've had cycling chat, gardening chat, logistical chat to get to Italy.
Well, some people might go, actually, I'm going to try and grow an Acer.
Yeah, do you know what? I think they will. Like, I think that's probably more
easy.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I don't know if
they need an acidic soil if you're...
You have to keep them indoors as well. Like having the greenhouse in your parents' garden.
Yeah, you need to keep them indoors.
Yeah, right.
But you need the cold, though. So you can't keep them indoors.
You can't, yeah. You
need the cold.
A greenhouse.
If you want to keep them indoors, you need to freeze the seeds.
Freeze the seeds.
For I don't know, you'd have to look at YouTube that one, I don't know.
This week on the recruitment industry's most informative podcast, How to Grow an Acer.
Freeze the seeds.
Freeze the seeds. Yeah, so my weekend was fairly chilled. But nice. We had my brother up on the Friday and we went to the little pub behind us. It's good in there now. You need to go in there.
Because they've redone it?
Yeah. Do you know what? We shot over there. My brother was like, "Oh, should we nip to Co-op and get a beer?" I was like, "We'll go to the pub if you want." Like, it was like 8:30. I was like, "We'll go over to the pub, have a couple." Next thing I know, it's bloody 12:30.
Oh, bloody hell.
They were like, "We're closing."
Well.
Yeah. The time just went...
12:30. Yeah, I'll have to go in there.
Gone.
You said they've revamped it, so...
Yeah. We got into politics chat.
I assume with you in April.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think your brother's going to be...
April was very...
Has she seen the clip from when you were like...
Nah, don't think so. But I think that conversation came up somehow. But April's very opinionated, which is fine. But she's very strong. She's got strong opinions, as do I. And
but sometimes your opinion is not an opinion, it's just challenging.
What do you mean?
You just like to challenge people.
When?
You're not getting me.
Do you think I do? Like, seriously, give me an example.
Oh, I'd have to rack my brain. No, but sometimes you will argue a statement.
Yeah.
And then you'll argue, and you go, "Oh, actually, I agree with you, but I just wanted to challenge you."
Yeah,
it's like, fucking hell, we just could have waited. You could have saved 30 minutes.
And because the thing
it's good to be challenged, though.
Yeah, it is, because stuff happens, like you saying about, I need to kill myself with bananas. If I'd have just taken that as verbatim,
yeah,
I'd have thought, 7 bananas tops me off. So I think sometimes people just throw stuff out there, and you're like, well,
it's good.
I'll give you an
example. But even working with you, but it makes me like I try not to come at you with. Like, I need to know like why and stuff before I come at you with stuff.
You got an example?
I don't.
If you think of one, let me know. I like the way that you have to think about how to navigate me. That sounds odd. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're a complex man.
In what sense? I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. But it makes me laugh that the thought of you sitting there being like, I need to talk to Luke about this, but I'm going to have to address it in a certain way. Yeah, that's odd.
No, I don't.
That's really weird. But like, for example, it's like the girls were hating on Elon Musk, right? That's kind of that was actually part of the conversation on the Sunday. But I challenged that straight away because I'm like, well, why? Because in my head, you guys just have seen you're left leaning. You've read left wing media that says he's a bad guy. Like, I'm sure he's not perfect, and there's lots of stuff that we debated, which is true. But when I just like sometimes feel like people are saying it because it's a bandwagon thing. What?
I was trying to drink my mic.
I tried to drink coffee in your mic. Sometimes people jump on stuff which is bandwagon. So then I'm like, well, why? Why have you made that judgment on this person you've never met? So yeah, I do challenge. And actually, like with some of the stuff they said about Elon, I'm like, cool, I can see your point. But I just like to know Because it's easy to say I hate Trump. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah.
think that's the right thing to say because he's disliked by so many people. And it probably is the right thing to say for a lot of reasons. But there's a lot of people I think that just go, oh, I want to be seen to be like on the left or good, or I want to be seen to be this way. They don't actually formulate their own opinion. They just go, the right thing to do is hate Trump, therefore I hate Trump.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Whereas what I said to April is like, you go left, which is fine, but I like to sit and say, well, I can, like, everything's pro and con. How can you sit there and say this is the right pathway to go down, or this is the right opinion to have on this person or this situation or this statement? Because I can probably sit and argue for both sides, and that's why it gets tribal, and that's what I don't like. So that's why I like to challenge people to be like, actually, can you see the other side? Which April, to be fair, is pretty good, because I said like some of the statements that I would believe, and she was like, fair point.
Yeah,
I see your point. So, but Sam the whole time was sat there. Just like glazed over.
Twiddling his thumbs.
Just glazed over. He just like, please, just please stop. Like, it's just not his conversation. And a couple of times...
You go. If there was a fire there, what would I do? What would I do in this scenario if that caught on fire?
Yeah, and a couple of times she leant across the table and touched his hand and was like, I'm really sorry. This is like boring the life out of you. But I'd had a couple of ciders, so I was like, right.
So I put a penny in
go.
you.
Yeah, basically. And I just feel like I've been on a rant there. You've wound me up.
Have I?
Yeah, by saying I like to challenge people.
All right.
Which I know is the truth.
Yeah.
The biggest one I ever did then I'd had a few sherbets this time was when I challenged Travis's dad on Brexit.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
But that one was
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah. That was big. I was like, I'm going to go in. Here we go. I don't know why he didn't invite me to his wedding.
Well played.
Yeah, that wasn't, to be fair, in hindsight, that wasn't one of my finest hours. I'll admit that wasn't. I don't look back on that fond. I'm not embarrassed by it, but I probably didn't.
No, it's a funny story.
That's a great story, yeah. Okay. If you want great value for stories out of me, then I can give you that. Talking about families and stuff, I was going to say to you, right? My family, I was going to put this online. What do you think of this for a LinkedIn post today? Right. So, I'm in lots of WhatsApp chats. I'm in the team one.
Yep.
I'm in the Recruitment Curry Club. I'm in one that Cowpesh does. I'm in my family chat. They're like 4 that go off, right? Since Monday, guess how many unread messages I had? So the last time I checked the family chat was Monday. We are now on, this is Thursday night. So you've got Thursday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3.5 days. How many messages have I missed?
Out of all those chats?
No, just out of the family chat. Just my family.
100?
383 missed messages.
Oh my God.
I know. I put it in the chat yesterday. I was like,
your mum's away, so it's
mum's away, Auntie Sally and Uncle Mark are away.
Right, okay.
Right. So like, I was just like, Jesus, I have all these chats and my phone's going off constantly. And 383 messages of it has been family chat.
Right, and you're probably in some of them groups are probably 100 odd people.
Yeah, and they've got less messages. Yeah,
you've got your mum and auntie just going back and forth with pictures and everyone being like, "Oh, it looks great."
Yeah, basically. I couldn't believe it because my nan called me last night. She was like, "How long have you not looked back to that chat for?" I was like, "Monday." Like she was like, "How long have you not been have you been ignoring us all for?" I was like, "Monday, nan." Like, not.
That's funny.
Yeah. Crazy. So I was going to put on LinkedIn this morning like a screenshot of that and be like, out of all the WhatsApp chats I'm in, all these information, this is what goes off the most.
Yeah.
This is my missed call since Monday. But yeah, apart from that, mate, I don't think I've got much else to chat about. Unless you want to chat any work stuff before we close off.
No, the only thing I was going to say is that you were looking at redoing the website.
Yes. Yeah, that's already causing me a headache.
Because of?
Because I thought it'd be easier. I want it to be easier than it is.
Right, because because the SEO side of things.
No, SEO and time of the design. We just don't have time. Like, we just so like. I wish I had a week where I could. If I had a clear week with nothing to do, I could probably sit there and get it done.
Right. Okay.
Right, but in a week, and I'm going to tick away at it slowly.
Yeah.
But where I sometimes need the help of Samwise for certain things, I don't like disturbing him. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this little bit on the website today, and I hit a snag straight away that I'm like, oh fuck, that's annoying. Like I need his help.
Yeah.
So I don't want to break his focus or his concentration for this. So like I'm just chipping away at it bit by bit, but it might take me a while. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
I wanted to breathe for you then. It was like, oh yeah, because the reason I say that is because the other day you were looking at doing like doing a slogan and stuff.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, I was like,
we need a new slogan.
Yeah, and normally what people would do, what companies would do, they'd speak to their users and be like, how would you describe Giig? Or like, what would you say about Giig? Like, what is? Yeah. And they call it something like your
market research.
Yeah, there's an
audience participation,
something like it. And then from that, you use the words that come up regularly then to create a new slogan.
What if we just get shit, crap, bollocks? The shit, crap, bollocks ATS CRM system.
Yeah. This CRM is the bollocks.
The shit.
Here you go. Shit, this CRM's the bollocks.
That'll probably go down quite well with our target market.
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting here?
So then I was like, I said, what's an easy way of doing that? So I was like, I asked ChatGPT to analyse our reviews.
Okay.
And to see what it spat out.
Ah, interesting.
And
that's actually quite clever for you.
you know,
horrible.
Cheers, mate. A lot of them were like the usual, recruitment made simple. It's like the normal stuff, like the like a lot of companies probably use it, so I've vetoed that. But there were some ones that that stood out for me.
Yeah,
I picked 3 that I was actually like, do you know what? That's all right.
So how many did it give you?
15.
Nice.
I've got 3 here. One was I liked the full stops in this. It was affordable, intuitive, effective. With the full stops, I quite like the full stops.
My only downside to that is it doesn't say recruitment. We'd have to put on the end recruitment ATS CRM.
Yeah, but you could tailor it.
I'm not against that.
Another one was built for recruiters by recruiters.
I've seen that before.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I don't mind that. But I've seen that.
And
before.
Then this one I don't think is the one, but I quite like the support aspect. It was built for recruiters, backed by support. Because we get but you can see what it's done because we get complimented on the support we give.
Yeah,
but then obviously,
my favourite was the first one, I think.
Yeah, but I'd agree. You just need it to be more recruitment specific.
So
the recruitment CRM that's affordable, intuitive, effective, or something like that.
Yeah, okay. But the problem with that for me,
still quite generic though.
Yeah, so like. I get and I've had another one this week. I get loads of compliments or comments, shall I say, on my LinkedIn profile. And my tagline is building free shit for recruiters. And my role title is just trying to be a normal bloke from Southend-on-Sea, right? And people vibe with that. That's the shit that AI doesn't give you. It's like that personality. Yeah. So it's like there's a part of me, like we can take ideas from that, but there's a part of me that wants to get that tagline. That's like I said to you the other day, and I could tell straight away by your whole demeanour that you were like, that's the worst idea I've heard of. But
the crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You the recruitment ATS CRM that cuts out the crap or something like that. And you were like, no.
I don't mind it. I just don't think it should be our like main slogan.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to die on the barricades for it, but what?
Die on the barricades.
Like Miz style, bring him home. That is a barricade, isn't it? In Les Mis. Is that what they put up?
Yeah, yeah. Good knowledge, yeah.
What were we talking about? The slogan, barricades.
You dying on a barricade.
For that slogan, fine. But I would like it to have a little bit of us in it.
Yeah, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. But like the next part, whatever that could be, we could have a slogan and the next part be more us. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But obviously,
recruitment ATS built by guys with chipolatas.
Oh dear. Yeah. But like if you're an agency, and you go, I don't know, would they want something a little bit more professional? Or...
Well, see, this is the thing. And this is perfect actually. You bring that up because the lady that I spoke to yesterday, she was like, "I've heard a lot about you guys, but I'm not a solo. I'm not a She was like, "I'm an agency of 4." And I'm like, well, that's perfect for us. I then explained to her, I was like, so we've got a lot of agencies between the 0 to 10. we've got a couple 10 to 15 and we've got one at 20. So I was like, we do support it. But she was like, oh, I don't think you guys are going to be right because I'm not a solo. And you're like, oh,
we need to start banging that drum that we're not.
Yeah. But it's like how we do that.
Maybe we start, talking about how many agencies are using us.
What is the slogan?
Maybe we're still on board in the 20 in a way, right?
We are still on board.
So once we do that, maybe we can shout about it more.
Yeah, that's what, because Si said the same thing to me. He was like, you guys need to use that as a case study. So you need to get that out there, that actually you're not just for the solo.
Yeah, because you're right. I spend the start of every call being like, this is us.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of users that are 2s and 3s, 4s.
Yeah.
And then we have, some cases where the smaller agencies, our largest one is, it's like...
Yeah. We need to find a way to, for people to go, oh, Giig is for ambitious, growing agencies.
Yeah. Right, okay. Ambitious growing.
Ambitious...
Yeah.
Like our cycling willies. Ambitious growing. There needs to be some ambitious growing there. Ambitious... do you know what I mean? Like agencies that are on the up, or like small agencies, building it for the little guy type thing. It's we care about the smaller business, not the big corporate. That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Viva la revolution.
Malls fruits.
Malls fruits.
On that note.
Oh, is that game over? Oh, wow. Do you know what time's flown today?
Yeah.
I felt, wow. I tell you, they're always better when we do them here.
Give off.
They're always better when we do them here.
What a random... what did we start off with there? What was the first?
I said this is the first time. Your trip to Italy, you were talking about you were getting to the
airport, right, yeah. It's so funny, isn't it? It's so random.
I don't know if it's so funny.
Well, it's just so sad.
We're happy. We're happy, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. I think as long as we're happy.
We didn't even talk about the sound.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. We've employed a sound technician.
Yeah. Should we talk about him next week?
Yeah.
We'll
see if he can do 2 weeks on the trot.
Yeah, let's see it. He's only done 1 week so far. Let's give him another run out and then we'll go from there.
Right, Luke, do you want to download the sound?
You're boss at recruitment and you're going alone. You've got your LinkedIn account and your mobile phone. You've got the candidates playing hard to get. Will they'll call you next week or no, not yet. So much time of going to and fro. You got another offer or salary's too low. Hours of searching and hours of stress. Come on candidates, just gig it a rest. Come on candidates, just gig it a rest.